Alright, so I think enough time has been given and you should have been able to crack this by now. Otherwise, it would make no sense doing a 5-mark question for so long in your competitive exam. So what we're going to do now is solve this interesting puzzle, which seems to be a little complicated given that none of you have been able to crack this so far, where we have to assign 8 different dishes to 8 different restaurants and also assign 8 different distances to to these 8 restaurants here. So let's get started. Here we go. The question says there are 8 different restaurants, A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Each has its own special dish D1 to D8, but not necessarily in the same order, and these are at a distance of 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15 kilometers, but not necessarily in the same order, right? So basically we are doing an assignment problem, right? From the first paragraph you need to understand that there are different restaurants, there are different dishes, and there are different distances, okay? And clues given here. Dish D6 is served in the restaurant which is the farthest, and so on. So let's try it out now. Yeah, here we go. So what I would do here is fix the dishes, because these are in a sequence: D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7 and D8. You understand? We could also fix A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H there. That also can be done, but I am comfortable doing D1 to D6 because that's in a particular order. It becomes easy to find as and when required there. So on the left hand side, let's put the name of the restaurant here, and on the right hand side, we'll take the distance. I hope we get the answer in just one try, because multiple possibilities would mean more time and more space, which I don't have. So the first point, D6 is served in the restaurant which is farthest. So D6 is known to us, right? D6 is served in the restaurant which is farthest. Now, which is the farthest one? See, 15 kilometers is the farthest of what, right? We have got 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15. So 15 kilometers is the farthest. So D6 comes with 15, right? E serves dish D3. Restaurant E serves D3. So D3 is in E, right? He says E serves D3. I can say D3 is from E. So on the left hand side, we'll take the names of the restaurant. On the right hand side, we'll take the distance. And it is 3 kilometers away from F. It here refers to what? It refers to the restaurant E. So restaurant E serves the dish D3 and it is 3 kilometers away from F, meaning E and F, the distance is 3 kilometers, right? The distance between E and F, E difference F is equal to 3. Remember, it can be E minus F or F minus E. We do not know which is farther here. Is E farther from F or F farther from E is not known, but difference has to be 3. So we'll come back to this equation later, right? Moving on. B serves dish D8. B serves D8. So D8 is from B, and it is situated at a distance that is half compared to the restaurant which serves the dish D1. Now it here refers to what? It refers to B. Restaurant B serves D8 and it, meaning B, is situated at a distance that is half compared to the restaurant which serves D1. Now basically you can now conclude that D8 is half of D1. Basically that's the equation. D8 is equal to D1 by 2. D1 by 2. Restaurant B which serves D8 is half of the distance for D1. Now before we move on, one simple observation here is, if you look at the distances, 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15, all are integers. And most of these are odd integers, like 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. If you take half of these values, you will get 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, which are not available in the given set of numbers here. So I am basically trying to assign values to D1 and D8. What could be those values? For example, can D1 be 4? If D1 is 4, D8 will be 2. 4 by 2, 2. But 2 is not available in the list, right? Both D1 and D8 should be one of these values. So if D1 is 4, D8 will be 2, but that's not there. So D1 cannot be 4. D1 cannot be 4. 4 is ruled out. If D1 is 6, then D8 will be 3, but 3 is not available for D1 here, D8 here. So 6 also is ruled out. D1 is 7, D8 should be 3.5, not possible. Non-integer values are not possible. 9's half is 4.5, not possible. 11's half is 5.5, not possible. 13's half, 6.5, not possible. 12, let's assume D1 is 12. Then D8 will be half of 12, which is 6. And is 6 there? Yes, 12 and 6. This pair is available. 15 again, half is 7.5, which is not available. So the only combination which will satisfy this equation, D1 D8 equals to half of D1 is 6 and 12. There's no other value possible there, right? So I can conclude that D1 is 12 and D8 is 6. 6 is equal to 12 by 2, right? So D1 is 12 and D8 is 6. So put 6 kilometers here and D1 is 12 kilometers, right? Moving on, D4 is served in G. D4 is served in G straight, and it is at a distance of 4 kilometers less than the distance to D. It here again refers to G. It here refers to G. D4 is served in the restaurant G, and it, of course, means the restaurant here, right? This restaurant G is at a distance of 4 kilometers less than the distance to D. So basically, G is equal to D minus 4. That's what it says. G is 4 kilometers less than D. 4 kilometers less than D meaning D minus 4. G equals to D minus 4. So we will again use this equation, right? E difference F is 3, G equals to D minus 4 at a later stage, right? Because we do not know what D is, right? D's value is not known to us. Next, the distance to D is a multiple of 3. Now this is an important point. The distance to the restaurant D is a multiple of 3. D's distance is a multiple of 3. Now there are many multiples of 3 here. I mean, if you look at the values, let me just clear up all these markings that we had done earlier. If you look at these values, there are many multiples of 3, right? 6 is a multiple of 3, 9 is a multiple of 3, 12 is a multiple of 3, 15 is a multiple of 3. So it says the distance to D is a multiple of 3. So D can be 6, 9, 12 or 15. Now how do I fix what exactly is the value of D? Simple. We know that G should be D minus 4. G should be D minus 4 based on the given point here, right? G is 4 kilometers less than D. So for example, if you take 6, let's try 6 here. If D is equal to 6, then G will be 6 minus 4, 2. But do we have 2 kilometers in this set? No. So 6 is not possible for D. If you take D equals to 9, 9 minus 4 is 5. Do we have 5 in this set of values for G? No, 5 is not available. If you take 12, 12 minus 4 is 8. Do we have 8 here? Not possible. If you take D equals to 15, 15 minus 4, 11. 11 is available. So the only combination that satisfies this equation, G equals to D minus 4, is that D becomes 15 and then G becomes 11. 15 minus 4 is 11. Yes or no? So now I can conclude that the restaurant D is at a distance of 15 kilometers, which is already marked here, right? 15 is already fixed for D6, so this should be D. And G in that case will become 11. 15 minus 4, 11. So G should be 11. This 11 is also fixed, right? Moving on. Restaurant A neither serves D5 nor it is 12 kilometers away. A neither serves D5. So for D5, A cannot come. Nor it is 12 kilometers away. See, 12 is already fixed here in the problem. So 12, this cannot be A. Right? A is neither serving D5 nor it is 12 kilometers away. Right? So A will either come for D2 or it comes for D7. It cannot come for D5 or D1. Next point. H serves D7. H serves D7. Fixed. H serves D7. Now you can immediately go back and fix A. See, where can A come? D1, D2, D5. But of this we already know that D1 cannot take A, D5 cannot take A. So A has to come for D2. Next. So basically H serves D7. It is 4 kilometers away from A. 4 kilometers away from A. Meaning H and A, the difference is 4. H and A, the difference is 4. That's it. So I think we have marked. And then the other value that F can take is 10, but 10 is not there, so that pair is not possible. You understand? I'm just using this equation. E difference F should be there. Then 9. If it is 9, then it should be 9 with 6 or 9 with 12. 9 and 12 are possible. 6 is gone already. 9 and 6 is not possible because 6 is already blocked by B. But 9 with 12 is possible. 9 and 12, the difference is 3. So 9 and 12 can be the other pair, right? Then 12 with 15 would have been possible, but 15 is logged already. 15 is gone for D. So 12 with 15 is not possible. 13 with 16 would have been possible, but 16 is not there. 13 and 10 also is not possible because 10 is not there. So the two possible pairs that E and F can take are 4, 7 and 9, 12. Likewise, let us find out the possible values for H and A. What are the values that H and A can take? Remember, the difference between H and A have to be 4. Suppose H is equal to 4, then A should be 0, which is not possible, or A should be 8, not possible. Yes or no? If one value is 4, the other value should be 8 or 0 for the difference to be 4. So 4 is not possible for H or A. 7, if H is 7, then A should be 3 or 11. 3 is not available and 11 is already blocked by G. So 7 also is not possible. 9, if H is 9, then A should be 5, which is not available, or 13. Yeah, 9 and 13 is a possibility. 9, 13 is a possibility here. 9, 13, right? Likewise, if you move on 12, with 12 it should be 8 or 16. Only then the difference will be 4, but neither 8 nor 16 is available. So forget about it. With 13 it should be 9, which is already considered, or 17. But 17 is not there. So the only values that H and A together can take are 9 and 13. The only set of values that H and A together can take are 9 and 13. Yes or no? H and A would be 9 and 13. Clear? Now, try and fix that. H and A both are already available here. The values that they would take are 9 and 13. But which exactly takes what, we do not know. It can be H9 A13 or A9 H13. So we would do it this way: 9/13, 13/9. Meaning this pair of 13 and 9 is blocked for H and A. So this equation is used and you have only got the values. Now the fact that N9 is gone for either A or H, 9 and 12 cannot be available for E and F. Then E and F should be taking what? 4 and 7. E and F should take 4 and 7. E and F should take 4 and 7. So now try and see. See, E will either be 4 or 7. Likewise, F should be 7 or 4. And the only place where F can come now is this, where it can take 7 or 4. Yes or no? Because F cannot come here since this is 12. So what is left? Who's left out now? A, B, D, E, F, G, H. C is left out, C comes here. So this is the final arrangement. In my view, we have only this much of data which can help us do this assignment. So D1 to D8 are the dishes. The order of restaurants is C, A, E, G, F, D, H, V. The distances are in this order given here. Remember, between A and H, it will be 9 and 13. Between E and F, it will be 7 and 4. There is no way that we can find out which exactly is what. Because in both the cases, we know E difference F. If we exactly know is it E minus F or F minus E, we can fix the exact values. But that's not known. Likewise, in second case also, it is H difference A, not H minus A or A minus H. So I think this is where we have to stop. There's no other data which can fix the values here. Right? And I'm sure answering questions would be a very simple task. So we don't have questions anyways. You have seen many times, right? To answer those 5 questions, it doesn't take any time, right? You just have to look at the arrangement and mark the answer. What takes time is this one. So I think the important learning here is, it is not just reasoning, but also a little bit of quantitative aptitude, your numerical skills. Like for example, if you were able to fix that equation where it says one is half of the other, you should be able to figure out that, okay, there's only one pair that can come there. And you put it up immediately, right? Likewise, when he says one is 4 kilometers away from the other, there's only one pair that can take up those values. So you just fix those values and so on. So I think a mix of quantitative skills or numerical skills along with reasoning here. Okay, so with this, the solution is done. Questions I'm sure can be answered, and I hope all of you have followed this. So that's all from today. We will meet again tomorrow, same time, 4:30 p.m. to take up the next question, which is question number 8 as a part of this series on 15 must-solve questions for your SBI PO mains exam. Until then, keep practicing. I'm sure all of you are going to go back and watch the India-New Zealand semi-final match, but it's okay. Go enjoy the match, because there you can build your numerical skills to a great extent, right? The 6 hours of time that you'll spend, or whatever remaining 4 or 5 hours of time that you're going to spend watching the match, just keep looking at the scorecard, try to find out the run rate, try to find out the economy of bowlers, try to find out what could be the projected scores based on 6 runs per over from here, or 8 runs per over from here, and so on, right? I mean, it's lovely. And the best part is, whatever calculations you do, they'll be showing those results there, right? So you can see if you're actually getting the right answer or not. And that really helps a lot, right? Well, I would not suggest watch matches to build your numerical skills, but since you're not gonna skip the match today, you better do this as well, right? So learning with some entertainment there. So all the best, guys. Do watch the match. We all hope India goes through this and, gets into the finals. But practice is the key for this particular exam that you have, and also for the match that they are playing today. So keep practicing and take very good care of yourselves. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.